Hello. Yeah, this is my second video out today. As I mentioned in the one earlier, uh, there was an update on my COVID list, my COVID jab list. I would be releasing an updated video, letting you guys know what's been going on. Okay, the thing is, um, I sometimes forget to do stuff. I'm not right in the head. I am officially on the autistic scale. So this is going to be a bit of an update, but video to let you know what I plan to do and what I will try and keep doing these videos. But I'm also going to be doing videos based on me. Uh, what I, I'm going to tell you a bit about me. I am 41 years old. I am 42 in August. I am not in the best physical shape, but I also have severe health problems. A couple of ones. One of them I will not discuss because it involves well, I need to discuss that with my family before I really go public with it. But to give you a basic layout of my health problems, as you can tell, I wear glasses. The reason I wear glasses is because I had a squint when I was very little, and due to that, I actually can't tell distances. It's called 2D vision. It means I can't tell how far something's away. A pain in the ass because it also means I'm not allowed to drive. Unless I was in somewhere like New York or London specifically London during the congestion charge time, where you really don't have to worry about judging the distance between the car because the car's literally right in front of you. I created a joke about this. Basically, you're supposed to read a number plate on a car one car length in front of you. You can do that, but through the windscreen of the car in front of you. I have a genetic heart condition that's been with my family on my father's side for a long time. Due to this heart condition, I suffered during my teenage years, and I still do. Slowly working my way down, so to speak. I have severe leg trouble. This was caused at birth as well as several other problems. In fact, most of my health conditions I suffered the eyesight, me being autistic and all that, are linked to my birth, including my leg trouble. Basically, my legs and hips and ankles do not work right, and I need foot in supports on my feet, basically inserts that I use to help sort out my leg problems. Which is true for nearly from my mid-20s to my late 30s, I had to rely on a walking stick to go long distances. Thanks to these inserts, I very rarely use a walking stick nowadays. So beard, I've got loose hair in my mouth. I'll leave that in because editing videos difficult for me. Well, let's see. Because of how I got my health troubles and my autistic, all dates back to my birth. The doctor in charge of my birth, literally, this is how bad of a doctor he was. He was trained, and he was supposed to spend time in the United Kingdom as part of his allowance to train there. He was within his first month of being to stay in the UK to learn how to be a doctor. At after he screwed up my mum so bad, he was actually kicked out and permanently disbarred, banned from being a doctor in any of the Commonwealth countries. That's how bad this guy was. So, also, this guy got on my dad's bad side so badly that 4 years later, when my sister was being born, the nurses instantly recognized him. Basically, you do know the parents, you do know the people who grabs a doctor by the throat, pins him to a wall, and almost figuratively and literally put him in intensive care. Because my dad would have put this guy through the wall, which led to intensive care, actually. So, literally crunch. So, 4 years later, when my sister was born, the nurses instantly recognized him. Cool story, I gotta admit. Due to this, he had pumped so many drugs into my mum, they'd actually gone into me. So, when I first came out, you could have put me in boiling water, I wouldn't have felt it. And that has left a known side effect is I have an incredibly high tolerance for painkillers. Which means I have to be really careful when I'm taking prescribed medications. I always do. From my teenage years, I was literally on and off certain anti-inflammatories or joint things to help, or joint medications to help with my legs. From when I was about 14 to I was about 23, 24, so about 10 years. I was taking medication for that, and as you can tell, they had to keep changing the medication and dosage because I developed a damn tolerance for the stuff, so it was a pain in the ass. Another reason is why I ended up using a walking stick is because they eventually realized there's nothing we can put you on. One medication they actually had me on later was known to have side effects and cause difficulty with your heart. As I said earlier in the video, I had a heart condition, so basically, not a good idea to put someone on a medication who's got a bad heart that's known to have side effects for a heart. So basically, that kind of hampered me. I'm what's called what they call a vulnerable. My emotions not as matured as most people my age. I think I'm the equivalent of 20 in my late 20s emotionally wise. I think. I am currently being analysed to get a full analysis of my autistic level, but because of COVID, that's got delayed quite a bit. But I have been officially confirmed as autistic, which is helping out. Due to other health problems, I've never been able to work. In 1998, I collapsed in a cinema, and someone decided to see if my head was a soccer ball, or football if you're English and know about it, but I say soccer ball because it's more internationally known. Basically, I was mugged. Due to that event, I have had severe trouble dealing with it. It also affected my education and other stuff because basically, I was off for an entire year because I wasn't cleared to go medically. How badly I was beat up is I couldn't actually wear glasses. So I spent a lot of time in bed because I can't walk around safely without them. Due to me trying to get back sooner, I actually did more harm than good, and I ended up, being officially not being cleared to do any sort of physical work. After extreme difficulty, I was officially declared unfit for any employment. My health basically got to the stage where I nearly ended up in hospital from stress due to other events that I'm not going to reveal. But let's just say politics, and leave it at that. Due to other events, I've never really had a job. I worked for a couple of months once, but that was in 2000. I've never had a decent job since. So we're in 2021, and I've spent nigh on with no employment history. Here again. So, other problems that led to the way. I'm just one of those people that doesn't seem to get a break, and when I have, it's been a very small one. Due to other health problems, I've never really been able to get a job, and I couldn't even get a job because I would not only be putting myself at risk, but other people who would work alongside me at risk. And I would never do that. I'm one of these people who would rather put himself, who wouldn't want to put anyone into danger. For those who are wondering, I'm a very kind-hearted person. I don't like putting people out of their way. It's just something I've done. That's my health problems. Now, let me tell you a bit about things. I am a moderate to okay fan of many things. I've got diverse tastes. I have, as of this moment, all the Marvel movies on DVD. I have several of the DC ones. And yes, I will openly admit it, I have Batman vs Superman. The only decent thing to come out of that was we got Wonder Woman. I also have the original cinematic release of Justice League. When they do the special cut version that got released on DVD, I will be buying that. I have both the DC live action movies of Wonder Woman on DVD. I also have the special collector's versions of the crossovers from the Arrowverse TV shows. I have all of those. Yes, I have the Invasion, Attack from Earth X, and Crisis on Infinite Earth. I am a Doctor Who fan, for obvious reasons. I'm British. And for a while I actually have a full collection of the 9th and the 10th Doctor and the first season of the 11th. I also have several of the Christmas specials they did, including the very first one. And the most recent one, let me check the name. The Revolution.